This video is sponsored by Yasol Fitness. More about them at the end of the video. Welcome to another fishing adventure, folks. Starting off today with some pack bait from the tailgate. It's my usual mix of old-fashioned oats and sweet feed pellets. That's 8 cups of oats, 2 cups of sweet feed. I like to make it in small batches like this in this 1 gallon bag. Just works good. This size of a batch works good for my fishing. Usually this is good for about a half a day, about 4 to 6 hours of fishing, depending on how it goes. To that base mix, I'm adding 1 can of corn with the juice and everything. I'll tell you what, these side cutter can openers are the way to go. This is the tip of the day right here. Side cutter can openers. I've cut myself on the can lids before, and gold. Now I'm going to add 1 can of cream corn to go with that whole kernel corn, and that is good enough right there. But I do like to add some little extra, flavor into that. Give it a little zip, a little zing and pep. Chili powder today. There, that's going to need to sit for about 10 minutes so those oats kind of get sticky and absorb some of that liquid. In the meantime, I'm going to hike my stuff down to the fishing spot and get set up. Fishing a wind-blown shoreline here this morning. Wind's blowing in here, crashing waves. Fishing wind-blown shoreline is a good way to increase your chances of catching fish just about any time of year. Why is that? Well, the wind just kind of blows all the phytoplankton, and basically it blows the stuff low on the food chain, and all the stuff higher up in the food chain just kind of moves along with it. That's the gist of it. Tiger nuts are going to be the hook bait. As you can see, these are almond tiger nuts. It is April 22, 2025. This is my first Iowa carp fishing of the year. This year I did something a little different, and I just skipped pretty much the whole first half of April for the Iowa fishing, and I went south and did some fishing down south. The early spring carp fishing here is usually pretty bad. It's just usually in April I have a pretty long skunk streak the first few weeks of April until the water gets up above 55 or so. And I don't know what the water temp is here today. I'm going to measure that as soon as I get baits in the water. I'm going to guess right now. I haven't touched it yet, but just guessing based on what the weather has been, I'm going to say it's 52 degrees. Down in Arkansas, where I was last week, I found some water that was 70 degrees already down there. Fish were starting to spawn. Let's see if I can get some water without getting my feet wet quite yet. I don't really feel like getting my feet wet yet. I don't know. There we go. That's good. But late April is still early spring here in northern Iowa. We're just starting to get a little bit of green in the grass, but no leaves on the trees yet. Some of the shrubs are starting to push out some leaves a little bit, but just starting to look like spring around here. I don't think there's any snow around anymore. Temps are in the 50s right now, and it's supposed to get up to like 72 today, I think. I have not baited this spot at all or done anything to it. In fact, I haven't been here to this lake in about 6 months, I guess. Last fall was the last time I was here. It's my first time here this year. Three, 4 feet of water is where I'm putting these bases. It's a real shallow lake. This whole lake is shallow. Maximum depth is probably like 7 feet. That's why I'm here this early in the spring. These shallow lakes warm up much faster than the deeper ones. And I gotta yell over top of the wind and wave noise. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hear my bells. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them. Fishing with my short 6.5 foot Ugly Stick GX2 rods today because there's overhanging trees on the spot, and just casting those 9-foot rods in spots like this is just, my gear is all linked in the description if you want to read all about it. I gotta go down here to cast this one. Over there is Big Fish Corner. That's what I like to call it. Most of the big fish that I catch at this spot come from over there. Just before I take the water temp, I should get the net ready, because that 30-pounder might bite any time. Oh, it is 52, 53, 53. Gosh, that temperature guess was pretty close. It's almost like I've done this before or something. Whew. Just had a pull and then a drop back. There's this bunch of coots swimming across my line. I got a fish. I hope it's a fish. I think it's a fish. That was quick. It's only like 10 after 10. I got the baits in at 10 a.m. so that was quick. Yeah, it's a carp. I saw the tail come up. Just trying to go around that tree. Surprise, surprise. I guess I didn't put the net cam on because I wasn't really confident that I was going to be catching today. Or at least this time of day anyway. I figured it'd be till noon before the water warmed up enough to start getting any fish turned on. Oh yeah, it's a good fish too. It's not a dink. Sometimes at this lake I have issues with dinks. There'll be a whole swarm of dinks, 5-pound fish, and just catch a dozen of them. But this is a good looking fish. One nice thing about fishing these wind-blown shorelines is once they get close like this, the waves kind of help push them in. At least into the net anyway. Come on in. Yes. Yeah, that's a great fish to start out the first Iowa carp fishing season. Uh-oh, another rod's going. First carp of the Iowa season, 8 or 10-pound fish. I'm not gonna weigh them. I just got drag pulling on my other line. 52-degree water and they're biting. Sweet. All right, see you later. All right, this one came from Big Fish Corner over there. And that's nothing. False alarm. Well, that's exciting. The day is already exceeding my expectations, only 15 minutes in, so I think I might be in for a treat today. If you're a regular watcher, I'm sure you've heard me say it. At least for me, early morning fishing is not good this time of year. My best action comes mid to late morning and even in the afternoon, the warmer parts of the day. Your mileage may vary, but that's what works good for me. Water temperature is everything this time of year. And we still got the nights are still pretty long and they're still pretty cold. Got down in the 30s last night and that water dips down. Big swings in temperature between day and night this time of year. Water temperature is the main thing the fish are keying in on. Got a little bite here. I think there's a fish on here. Yep. This one's over here off to my right. Hopefully he doesn't go around that down tree. So far it's looking good. Looks like he wants to go that way across my other lines, which I'd much rather have that than that tree. He is heading over to Big Fish Corner over there. Water clarity here is actually pretty decent right now. In about a month this thing will be green like pea soup, but pretty good right now. The algae doesn't grow very good in 52-degree water. That's a little bit bigger fish, I think, than that first one. Got him. Yeah, on the board. They're biting tonight. Second fish. This is a stocky fish. Another 8 or 10 pounder. Very cool. It's only been, 15 minutes. In for a treat today, I think. There's fish of all sizes in this lake. Great big ones, little bitty ones. Let's get a great big one next, huh? See ya. And after the excitement of catching and releasing a fish, it's easy to get careless and forget to check the hook. Make sure it's still needle sharp and not bent out of shape at all. This one is good to go. Been a little while. I was just kind of getting a little bored walking around. This one came from Big Fish Corner. It's hard to tell this time of year, especially if you got a big fish or a little fish, because the water this cold, they don't have the most energy and power. Really trying to go off that way. I'm horsing them. Alright, I got him turned. I don't like horsing them like that. It's a good way to rip the hook out, but it's either that or get them tangled. It'd be nice if one of these fish ends up being a mirror carp at some point. I know they're in here. I've caught them out of this lake before. There we go. Come on in. Okay. This little guy's pretty excited. A little bit smaller fish, but getting some pretty steady action. It's pretty sweet catching fish. First Iowa carp fishing, April 22. The big fish are out there. See ya. Runner, got a runner. Standing back there facing the sun because I'm trying to get a little sunlight on my front side. It's getting a little cold. This wind is chilly this morning. Oh no, seems like it might be snagged. Yep, just broke loose. I think my line just broke. I wasn't pulling very hard either. Yeah, it totally broke me off. Got my bobber stop there. This is all roughed up. The line is all chewed up real bad right here. Yeah, that fish dragged the line across something. Okay. That's pretty unusual. I get snagged here pretty regularly, but it's usually just like on a tree branch on the water or something. It's snagged. It doesn't cut me off like that. That's strange. I mean, I suppose it could have been a pike. I bet there are some pike in here. I've never seen any, but I bet there are. Could have been a big pike. I don't know. Get out of here. Come on, go home. Get out of here. Get. Didn't know if that was a bite or if the birds that were swimming by were doing that. Yeah, there was a flock of coots that were just swimming by, and my line started going crazy, and I was looking for the bird, which bird was caught in my line, but It wasn't a bird. It's been a while. The wind has picked up even more. Probably been about an hour. Oh, this is a larger fish. I think this is a larger fish. Yeah, the waves are much bigger and more ferocious and loud. And it got cold. I put on another layer. Oh, yeah. That was a good fish. Come on in. Yes. Well, I think I've got big fish of the day here so far. Not a giant. This is probably a 10 or 11, 12 pound fish. I don't know. Great fight. Like I said, it's kind of slowed down. It's been more than an hour and the wind is going crazy. I'm yelling over top of the wind. Not sure how much longer I'm going to endure this wind, but it's a little past noon. So should be getting into kind of prime time for this time of year. The day's starting to warm up and so's the fishing. You can do it. See you later. Okay. Fish on again. Just when I start thinking about, maybe I'll go to the other side of the lake, and at least if the fishing is slow, then maybe I can sit over there and be comfortable, not have loud noise and cold wind blowing in my face. But then a fish bites. One boat on this lake right now. Looks like he's dragging at least 4 or 5 planer boards behind his boat. It's back in Iowa, that's what they do here. They troll for walleyes. The most bland tasting fish you can find. Oh, this is a real good fish. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah. It's right in the corner. Well, this is a long, hold still. This is a long torpedo fish. A couple years ago, I caught like a 23-pound carp that had the same body profile as this. Really long, skinny, not very tall, huge fish. I would not be surprised if this is a descendant of that fish. He's got some kind of a scar there from an injury. Who knows what that might have been. But, yeah. Get out of here. Wow, he's fast. Well, 5 fish in 4 hours. That's not too bad considering the water is still 52. It's only going to get better as the water warms. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. The good people at Yesol Fitness have not paid me anything. However, they did send me this rowing machine in exchange for a mention at the end of this video. I've been using this rowing machine lately and I'd have to say it's excellent. The build quality is great. It's nice and quiet. Everything slides and moves real smoothly. It just works like it should. It's got this nice big screen where you can view your stats if you want to view them. But my favorite feature is that you can just plug this thing right into your phone and it'll just mirror whatever you have playing on your phone. So you can watch your favorite YouTube channel or movies or whatever you want right here on the machine. There's no subscription required. All you need to do is download the app onto your phone and you can stream whatever's on your phone right here onto the screen on the machine. This is a great way to get a full body workout, and you can check out all the details on the Yesol website. There's even a discount code in the description where you can get $100 off using my discount code. Thanks again to Yesol Fitness.